A dumpster fire of a performance by the Dallas Cowboys. They get their stuff rocked 42-10. Why am I not swearing? Because YouTube gets mad at us in the first couple minutes, so make sure you are all stay tuned for it later on in today's video or tonight's video, depending on when you're watching. Unbelievable lack of an effort by the Dallas Cowboys. 42-10. The Niners boat raced them. Who's exempt from saying, oh, you played bad? The kicker? Cavante Turpin? Maybe an awful, unbelievably bad effort out of the Dallas Cowboys. A 42-10 loss against the San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys, what'd they do well on offense? They fumbled it pretty well. They did. I made points. We'll go into this later on. Like, all of my keys to the game for the Cowboys didn't happen. Quarterback didn't play well. Ground game didn't play well. They turned the ball over most of it in garbage time, but they turned it over 4 times. They had a bunch of penalties. The Niners offense just took it to the Cowboys defense, snap in and snap out. Unbelievably bad effort out of this Cowboys team. Again, who played well? Seriously, who played well? I have nobody in mind. Give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys' loss against the Niners. I will do my best to allow any inappropriate language to work its way through. Give me your one-word reaction in the comment section right now. Let's do this today. Instead of takeaways, we'll do that tomorrow. What are your keys to victory from this Cowboys team? What were they going into the game? Number 1, walk the walk. Did you do it? Nope. You talked about how, oh, this team's different. You know, our defense is great. Our offense can. No, you didn't. You ate the bones. It's a nice way of saying you ate the bones. You choked. You were terrible. This entire Cowboys team, ownership, coaching, star players, backup players, starters, everyone was an unacceptable disaster tonight. Everybody, there's no one exempt, deserves blame. We can assign different tiers of blame, whatever. They all sucked. They were terrible. This is one of the worst, most embarrassing performances I have ever seen as a lifelong Cowboys fan. It's a joke. There's one right grade, as far as I'm concerned, to assign the Cowboys tonight. I think the majority will agree. A, B, C, D, F. It's an F. Head of the pinned comment. Go grade the Cowboys tonight. A, B, C, D, or F. My second key to victory, defense stays hot. No, you didn't. You did not. You were a dumpster fire. Brock Purdy made you his you-know-what. He embarrassed you. Brock Purdy was 17 of 24 for 4 touchdowns. George Kittle caught 3 passes. Every single one went for a score. Micah Parsons, where were you? J-Ron Kearse, you are the heart and soul of this defense. Where were you tonight? Where? Christian McCaffrey, only 2.7 yards per carry. It's fine. Jordan Mason, who exactly went 10 carries, 69 yards for you? It's not nice. It's not. The Cowboys, this entire damn team was built around your defense being elite. They have yet to beat the front-runner accusations. We're talking a big game? They didn't show up. Your defense got its shit rocked tonight. Unacceptable level of performance, effort, all of it. It cannot happen. This team, look, they're still a top 10 team. They are. They're still a top 10 team. But they can't beat the top 4 teams until they prove it. And the defense, terrible. All night long. One great Jordan Lewis play. Beyond that, nothing. It's a joke. It's a damn joke. Now, what's not a joke is the biotics. Let's face it. I had a lot of super chats tonight. I do not bounce back well the next day, except for Z-Biotics. It's a probiotic. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking, like we did tonight. When you drink, alcohol gets made into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that is to blame for your rough next day. Zeobox makes an enzyme to break this byproduct down. So it's designed to work just like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it the most. So drink Z-Biotics probiotic before drinking alcohol. Drink responsibly and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. This Halloween, pair your candy and cocktails with Z-Biotics to avoid a spooky next morning. Kind of tracks, doesn't it? Go to zbiotics.com/chatsports or scan the QR code on screen to get 15% off your first order when you use code CHATSPORTS at checkout. You get a subscription as well, so you stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. They are backed by a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's zbiotics.com/chatsports and use code CHATSPORTS for 15% off. Thank you to ZBiotics for sponsoring today's video. All right, key to game number 3. Dak Better. He wasn't. Now, I'm not saying, oh, trade Dak, or I'm not saying, oh, everyone else failed him. I mean, maybe parts of those are true, but, you know, he threw 3 interceptions today. 2 of which were bad. 1 of which was on Michael Gallup. Hit him in the chest. Come on, make the fucking catch, my guy. Like, 14 of 24, 153. Anyone who did not watch the game will blame Dak. Anyone who did will go, yeah, the entire team sucked, including Dak. My biggest issue with this game, as I'll rant here, I like to use win probability. Like, what are your chances of winning the game, right? The Cowboys had a chance to win this football game. And Mike McCarthy, a fucking coward. He was a fucking coward. I'm going to swear. I'll deal with it. He was a fucking coward in this game. You kicked twice. You punted on 4th and 2 after you ran a drag route? And you kicked a field goal down by 3 scores? Why? Are you trying to win games, Mike? Or are you trying to not lose? Pick one. When Dak threw that second interception, 10% chance of winning. Yeah, it's a bad throw. You force the deep ball. Can't do it. It's bad. Who thought they were, honestly, who thought they were going to win before that INT? We had stopped doing play-by-play in our stream. The game was over. It was over. Quarterback was not good enough. There is a lot of blame to go around. And my long-standing belief has been this. If everyone on your team sucks, if everyone plays bad, it's a coaching issue. They came out flat again against the Niners. They came out uninspired. They came out scared. What are we doing? Who do you blame the most for this loss? There's nobody who's exempt from this answer. But for the most, I'm looking at Mike McCarthy. This is your team, Mike. This is your team to not blow these types of big games. And they never lost one this bad. It's on Mike. Go vote in the comments. Key to victory number 4, the run game, offensive line help out. They didn't. They did fine in the back half of the game once it was over, but my big point had been, hey, your offense has been averaging about 3 yards per carry on the ground with Zeke and Pollard out there. Different circumstance, but guess what they averaged tonight, producer Chris? 3 yards a carry. It is very tough to win football games when your entire philosophy is built upon, hey, we're going to do these long controlled drives and he can't run the football. One of your better runs, you fucking fumbled on. Come on. Your O-line's at the right side of your O-line. We will have the conversation. It's time to Terrence Steele's been bad this season. Maybe it's the injury, but like O-line was shit. Receiving core was MIA. Quarterback was bad. All of it was bad. Now, we will be live again tomorrow, or I guess today, depending on what time zone you're in, for our normal Monday live show. We'll be live. We'll have some event sessions as required. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/Cowboys TV. Join us in our misery. Number 5. Again, they fucking went 0-4. 0 for 5. They hit 0 of these. All of Mikey's victory, none of them hit. No penalty, boys. Guess what happened on the opening drive? 3 flags. You tied the Niners in penalties, but you also didn't, you got them all in the early part of the game. Like 6 penalties for 60 yards. You didn't do your job. Who did their job there? Nobody. Nobody did their job. That was one of the most embarrassing efforts I have ever seen as a Dallas Cowboys fan. I am ashamed to wear this today. And you know what? I will take the blame for it. Like your Cowboys might. I've not watched press conferences. They might not. They might not take responsibility. I will. I was excited about tonight's game. I was looking forward to it. I'm like, you know what? They can win this game. They can show up. And they got their shit kicked out of them. A fucking joke. Unacceptable. If this Cowboys team does not make progress next week against the Chargers, at minimum, it'll probably be time for a new play caller.